The COT report. This is the Commitment of Traders report that is published by the CFTC. Now, since the spot FX market has no centralized exchange, traders lack the volume data that can help gauge market sentiment. And this is where the COT futures data comes in very handy. It can help Forex traders to gauge the overall sentiment of a particular currency by analyzing changes in the futures positions. Now, the COT report contains the positions of the commercials, the large speculators, and the small speculators. What we look for are the extreme differences between the large specs and the commercials, as well as divergence between the number of futures contracts and new extremes in the price of a particular currency pair. Now, here's an example of the Australian dollar, and this is the Australian dollar daily chart. And this is the COT data down here. The red shows the commercials, the green shows the large specs, and down here the blue shows the small specs. Now you'll notice right here after price had a nice big run down, right here we had a real extreme between the commercials and the large speculators. Okay, right before those positions started to unwind a bit, and we saw price start to rally here as the large speculators started to get less net short on the pair, or on the Australian dollar, I should say. Now, after price moved up and made this high, we did see another low in the market. So the market again sold off here, and this is my favorite thing to look for on the COT charts. Okay, price making a new low, but look at the large specs. We had a new price extreme here in the Australian dollar. So we had the Australian dollar make a new low, but look at the positions of the large speculators. Okay, the large speculators are less net short at this point when the market made this new low, okay, than they were over here when the market failed to move that low. Okay, so what we see now is a divergence, a very similar divergence graphically to what we look at on our regular charts with the MACD. Okay, so price makes a lower low, but the large specs are less net short. And then this led up to a larger rally here on the Australian dollar. Now, let's go ahead and have a look at the Australian dollar, US dollar pair. Same chart we see here, but I want to show it on my chart with the MACD and show you what was happening at that time. Here we have the Aussie dollar daily chart. And you can see here, this is the same chart we were just looking at on the COT data chart. And look how we have price moving lower, MACD cycling higher here. All right, so we have a bullish divergence with the MACD. We're seeing a divergence on the COT futures data. When price made this new low, futures positions were less net short than over here, and we saw a strong rally here in price. Okay, so you can see how you can use the COT futures data to confirm what we're seeing on our price charts and give us a big heads up for potential price turns. And by the way, this is this website here is called cotbase.com, and I highly recommend it for analyzing COT data. It has so many more features than most of your other places. Obviously, there are some places where you can get some free COT data, but it's nothing compared to what you get here. So many features, including not just including the charts with all your major pairs here, but you also get energies, the stock indexes, metals, so you get all your gold, silver, palladium, platinum, your treasuries, your treasury yields or your treasury bonds, the stock market indexes, S&P, everything like that. Everything you need to analyze the market from the Commitment of Traders is here. Plus they give you the volume and open interest analysis. You have highlights over here where you can really break things down. And my favorite part is the COT analysis, right here, where you can actually go through and change these settings to see what you really want to see. You can change it from all to where you're just looking at, say, currencies and energy, U.S. Treasuries and interest rates and the stock indexes. So it breaks this down over here to where that's all you're looking at right here. And you can also change whether you're looking at the 52-week change, or if you want to customize that to where you're looking at a shorter time period or whatever you want to look at. You can look for long-term trends, COT extremes. There's just so many ways to break the data down. This is truly the best site that I've come across for analyzing the commitment of traders' data, and that's why I'm a member. I've been a member for quite some time. Okay, so yeah, absolutely excellent service for analyzing the COT data. Okay, so that's the commitment of traders. Very, very powerful when used in conjunction with our other technical analysis studies. And again, can really give us a big heads up for potentially some really big market turns when used properly.